advice come.
Hey guys! Hello! Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so what are we doing today?
So we were able to talk to a few of our viewers and get their feedback on what exactly the host stage is and if college students should go through that.
What I'm talking about
We're
right now?
not condoning this. And also, after a relationship, so say you go into college, in one, get out of one, should you have a host stage?
First of all, let's start off if you are single. Do you have a right to explore your options, to date around, to maybe get around? And should you feel like morally wrong about that?
I don't think you should feel wrong about exploring what else is out there in the world, but do it the safe way.
I think the definition of a hoe, personally for me, is, I feel like a hoe is a derogative term, as in like it's negative. I feel like there's nothing wrong with sleeping with whoever you want to sleep with, dating around, mingling, especially if you're single for one, because isn't that the point of figuring out what you like?
You're singly mingling.
Yeah, like how do you know what you don't like? What is wrong and might classify you as a hoe is if you're playing with people's emotions, you're lying about what you're doing, you're not being straight up.
Yeah.
All that. Because it's just, now that's wrong.
I wouldn't even count going out on dates
No.
a host stage.
No.
Or part of a host stage. If you're going to go through that stage, get straight to the point. This is what I'm here to do. This is all I want to do. Any questions? No. You're good.
Are you down? Figure out if whoever you're trying to like,
Hang out with.
you know,
Netflix and chill with.
you know, there you go. If they're into the same thing that you're into right now, maybe that person doesn't want a relationship either. Maybe they're just trying to have fun or have their cake and eat it too, like you're trying to do as well.
Yeah.
That is completely fine, in our opinion. If you are newly single, like you just got out of a relationship,
Just don't go buku crazy. But I mean, it's gonna take a minute depending on how long you're in the relationship, how long you're in love or not in love, it doesn't matter. I would say just kind of take a break from all of it because you've been in a relationship. Some people really like need someone. I mean, if you're one of those people that feels like you just have to have somebody 24/7, then okay, date around. But honestly, I would take a break, go on a few dates here and there, just to like make things less crazy mentally, especially as a woman. Like, we overthink everything. And if you jump into dating, you're going to be thinking, my ex is probably dating someone right now, or out on a date, or doing this, doing that. So I need to be doing this too.
Right.
You don't have to move at somebody else's speed because it doesn't work that way.
like,
Hold on, there's like something on your eye. Okay.
Is it necessary though to go through a hoe phase? I feel like if you are single and maybe you're just not interested in dating anyone, or maybe you just don't care to really mingle or have sex or whatever it might be, that is perfectly fine. I feel like being single, it's always just good to also get acquainted with yourself and like learn, like maybe just not learn about like what you might like in the bedroom,
But be at one.
yeah, learn about yourself. What is it that you like, going past like a relationship? Maybe just, what do you like in life? What is your purpose? What do you want to do with yourself? Like, where do you see yourself in a couple of years? Like,
You'll
figure
learn
that
a
out.
lot being single. I definitely have. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I feel like these are the years as us being like, you know, 20, 21, 22, 23, being
20-something.
young. Yeah, 20-something, period. It's like, we don't really know ourselves like we think we know ourselves, you know? You might realize that you're kind of maybe lost and trying to figure out who you are, which is totally fine, because that's the point.
Totally got to college, got a boyfriend, had everything planned. And low-key, I probably scared him away. Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be engaged by 23. I'm about to turn 22.
Woo!
And then I was like, I want to be married by like 25, 26, 27, maybe. And then I was thinking, you know, I want to have kids around that time too. Y'all, now that I'm single,
What type of...
what was I thinking? Like, you can't plan out your life. That's none of us out there.
And it all sounds so good and everything, but I think at this point, like right now in this day and age, I think we're both like really satisfied being single. like it
Super
feels
content.
yeah, like super content, just for the simple fact of like when you actually have an idea as to where you want to be and maybe like a couple months or a year from now, you don't have time for anything else, whether and anything that's really going to be distracting you, anything that's negative in your life, any toxic situations, don't have time for it.
And a hoe stage might make everything worse. You can be like so beat up after a relationship and then decide, oh, I want to go on a dating spree. I think I did that.
You did?
I did. And I was super depressed still.
Do you think a hoe phase is satisfying though?
Thing about a hoe stage, it's satisfying in that moment in time. And then after, you're going to go back to feeling like crap.
That's actually the truth.
If you're once a hoe when you were young, are you still a hoe when you're older? Me personally, from the people I've met and have grown with since I've been in school, I feel like once a hoe, always a hoe. Dude, a lot of people think down here and not up here, so.
I think it depends on the person. Because I have, met people that have gone through their hoeing stage, maybe still are, but then there are people that really do want to like retire from that lifestyle and like really are ready to like find like the one and like settle down, and like I think it just depends on the person. Like if the person is really serious about no longer being with different women or different men while you're in a relationship with a whole nother being, then like there's growth there. Do you think that you should go through a hoe stage? We answered all those questions for you in this video.
I feel like we're on a commercial. Why'd you do all of that?
Go ahead and leave a